it all has to do with our land and protecting our way of life and the water. And like they say there's logging and there's mercury poisoning and there's water and there's trees, but you gotta kind of erase all those little sections. You gotta put it all together. It's one thing, but the bottom line of all that is our people are being destroyed. Our children, the way of life is being destroyed. And also, it's not just Nishnabeg, it's your people too. Because like everything's changing in our bodies, from the chemicals, from the water, from the air. When we came through Sudbury, like my sister's way up there at the top, trying to hide. And her husband's trying to fall asleep back there. When we were driving through Sudbury, we saw the big smokestacks, and the little kids were way in the back. And they said, "What's that smell?" And they just start coughing right away. And I imagine the people that live there, like, it's just like we adapt to these things. And I remember going to Peterborough, and I speak at Leanne Simpson invited me to speak over there. And that was when my son was a newborn, and now he's 10. When I went there, I remember saying, someday we will think that bottled water is normal. And that was the time when they're just starting to buy bottled water. And I felt weird buying bottled water at that time, because you could still drink from the tap, or you can, well, us we could, but then now I see, like, I have to buy a case of water. Right now, Grassy is on a boil water advisory. And I heard that we are not the only one, like out of 600 communities, maybe like 20% of these First Nations are on boil water advisories. And you don't hear about those things. So it's just like our frame of mind adapts to that kind of violence in our environment. And you gotta shake yourself up a little bit sometimes. Go shock yourself so that you can remain free from the brainwashing that happens in your society. You know, when you live in this fast-paced world of Toronto, you forget that way in the forest that these Anishinaabe still live. And a lot of times we are at the forefront of environmental racism, where our people have the first effects of that chemical that's being dumped in our water, and where the trees are being sprayed with herbicides so that you can enjoy a new house or a new porch for your house. And we are living in that forest where all these chemicals are. And we are still trying to live like a Anishinaabe, trying to eat that moose, trying to eat that fish, trying to have those berries, and they're tainted because of our consumerism appetite that is very, very big appetite. I went to Germany, and like what Chrissy is saying, she's saying like we need to be responsible for the earth. We all do. Like you go home and you reflect, how can I participate in protecting the earth? When I went to Germany last year, I was shocked to find that there's 84 million people living on a third the size of Ontario in Germany, and yet they recycled everything, and they're I think it's called the Rhine River, was dying 40 years ago, and they saw the fish popping up dying, and they all together, Germany, the whole community got together and they said, we got to save this river. And now that the fish are alive again, the river is coming alive, it took the whole community to bring it back to life. And all those laws that Stephen Harper has passed, it's called Bill C-45, those are laws that are set to destroy Canada. And those are laws that you, the people, can reverse by educating each other and saying we need to change this. We need to give back to our children or our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, our nieces, our nephews. And that's how we got to think, all of us. And like Chrissy said, it can't be just us doing this. We all got to participate and help each other. And that's how Grassy is. Like we've been at the forefront for a long time, and now it's time for all of us to be at the front together, all races, all colors, and help each other. When I always say the mercury didn't stop in Grassy Narrows, it kept going to Lake Winnipeg and Hudson's Bay. It moved all that way, and there could be people along the way that are sick like Steve that have those same sicknesses. They call it Lou Gehrig's, no? Lou Gehrig's disease, or Alzheimer's, or dementia, they label them, but it's mercury poisoning, that's what we call it. So I want to say thank you for listening to me, and miigwech.